you doing?
Hi guys!
Hey guys, now today we're going to be talking all about photography.
From super high fashion to backstage exclusives.
That's right, and we're going to meet a guy who actually took photos of Katy Perry when she was here in Vietnam performing.
It's a lot more than just good selfies.
Absolutely right. Okay, after that we're going to try some fantastic food.
There is no way that you can miss out on Internos.
Restaurant, and also it wouldn't be spicy without some fantastic street food as well.
Real pork noodles.
That's right.
We're gonna get to meet the country rock artist Tạ Quang Thắng. You wanna go now?
Cuộc đời là những chuyến đi để tôi có khi quay về nơi mà trái tim tôi yêu nhất trên đời. Tôi trở về đây.
Tang, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Excellent.
I'm good.
Excellent, good. Can you tell me a little bit about your style of music?
My style of music is country rock.
Is that kind of style popular in Vietnam right now?
I don't think so. It's not popular one. For the first time, I just started playing country. No one except me in Vietnam plays country rock. I just want in the future, people want to listen more song about me, more song from me, and will love country rock.
Where did you find the idea to start playing country rock?
When I was 17, I studied music in the Academy Music of Vietnam. The first time I listened to Keys Urban Music and John Mayer.
John Mayer?
They play guitar, write songs, and performance is very good. Inspired me a lot. So I just want to be a musician who play guitar, sing my song. I feel that I am me, not someone else.
Đang gọi mời và tiếng hát của tôi sẽ bay xa muôn nơi mang theo.
Do you have any influences from kind of past rock in Vietnam? Or?
In Vietnam, the traditional control have a kind of music that we call ngũ cung. That means we have to use 5 notes to write a song. And about music from
The West?
the West, we have the pentatonic. It's about 5 notes.
5 notes also.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that I can mix that. That make you feel you have something about Vietnam and something about the West. Just in another interview, I will ask why I don't write love song. I have to write a song to explain that. Okay.
Yeah.
The name is Viết tình ca. I think that love is not only about a man and a woman. Love is everywhere around me.
Yeah, it comes from different places, not just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes, yes.
I love you so much.
I mean
you
that.
know, yeah.
Có người hỏi tôi rằng sao anh không viết tình ca để những nhớ thương, những khát khao, những mong chờ vang trong lời hát.
What are your plans for the future?
Next month, I will represent from Vietnam.
Okay.
Yes, in one music festival in Beijing, China.
Wow.
That's called Asian China Music Festival.
Asian Chinese Music Festival?
Yes.
Okay.
I and my team have been recording the new album about country mixed with rock, a little bit of blues, a little bit of R&B, and I hope that the audience will love it.
Thank you so much, Tang, for giving us a bit of an insight into country music and country rock in Vietnam.
Thank you.
And thank you from Spicy Vietnam.
Thank you, Spicy Vietnam.
So this is the crab tartare with avocado.
I've got the Parma ham wraps with goat's cheese, spring onion as well. Both
Again,
of them look
huh?
amazing, right? Having a bit of a share. This time we're sharing Italian cuisine.
Yeah.
I hope, and I'm sure we are going to have just as much fun.
I hope you're having fun too. Oh no, I'm breaking the
I
flower. I do love it.
Fantastic.
Dig in, I can't wait.
Coco. Good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel so lucky. Crab, tartar, and avocado.
It's really interesting as well. So I'll give you one of mine.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's quite a sour taste, but the salt of the Parma ham really offsets that.
Oh my God, the crab was like, it was surprisingly good. I know it's gonna be good, but I didn't know it was that good. Oh my God. Amazing. Oh, it looks so good. Kind of crunchy, am I right?
I would say the texture are the first things that hit. The crab meat just falls apart, but avocado it's not overripe. Then you get a really kind of solid crunch to when you're biting into it, so it's really nice.
Oh my God, look at that. Beautiful.
So we've got our two dishes in the middle. And,
It smells so good. It smells amazing.
Absolutely amazing. We're going to do it a slightly different style, not like a little bit separate Vietnamese style, but with Italian cuisine. So we've got our red butterfly pasta, which is a speciality here. You're not going to find it at many other restaurants in Vietnam at all.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, really fresh. You can tell if it's fresh or not by after you chew on it. If it's kind of crunchy, then it's fresh. This lobster is from Canada. This is Canadian lobster. It's really cute, huh? Feels like it's the shape of the bowl. This dish is pasta with mushroom, or one kind of a very special Italian mushroom.
Well, as soon as you serve that to me, you get a real strong fragrance of the mushrooms. And the oil as well that they use, it's the truffle oil, very special to this dish. So Marco was saying earlier, when he's preparing these dishes, he really wants to make sure he encapsulates the kind of Mediterranean feel and also from where him and his father are from, which is in the north of Italy as well, so it's really good.
It's really good, huh?
It's really good.
I never thought in my life that I could live with that meat, but this dish changed my mind. I think this is awesome for vegetarians as well.
That's right, yeah. This one has actually a strawberry tiramisu, and the other one?
This is the mousse.
This one's an arametto mousse.
It's an awesome combination of the mascarpone cheese and the strawberry. It makes me want to eat more and not like just stop after a few scoops.
Ridiculous.
Oh God, oh God. This mousse is everything. I don't know how to explain this.
Especially with some mousses, it can be over light, but this is, I've never even had anything like this. Now, if you're in Saigon, there is no way that you can miss out on internos. It is taking cuisine to the next level. As you can see with our chef Marco today, he's taking influences from all over his home country and bringing it over to Vietnam and putting some incredible twists on some classic Italian dishes. We hope you can join us next time. And thank you very much, Spicy, and thank you so much, Tem, for joining me today.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Internos.
When I was 10 years old, I found my father's camera, the small one, and I tried to discover it. And I bought a black and white film, the first shot from the small camera. Sometimes I went out and young people recognize me and they ask me about photography, how to shoot a nice shot. I'm so happy because I can give them my passion and my experience.
My name is Olaf. I'm half German, half Korean. Spent most of my time actually living outside of Germany. And my last stop before coming to Vietnam was actually Hong Kong. I've been there for 12 years. And I was very active as both fashion photographer and in the recent years as fine art photographer. And I just felt that after 12 years of Hong Kong, I felt that I've actually kind of plateaued. And I felt that I didn't grow intellectually or on a personal level, because I'm actually still quite young. So I just basically took a leap of faith. I've actually never been to Vietnam. I didn't know what Vietnam would bring to me. So I just decided, you know what? I have too many attachments in Hong Kong, and it just felt so good to let go of everything, just take my camera, take a bit of cash, and then I decided I'll just go to Vietnam and see how it goes. And if I end up under the bridge, I can always come back and basically fall back on my reputation as an established photographer.
I'm beginning with photography from 5 years ago when I was a student of graphic design. I love the fashion photography. It's also my job. I can working with the top of entertainment in Vietnam, and I can see model. They're so beautiful and I love it.
After studying abroad, Min and Ethan have sacrificed their time and efforts to found a charity photography project to raise money for children in mountainous areas who don't have enough money for shoes.
Hi guys, my name is Ethan.
My name is Ming.
And we are from the Feed Project.
So where did the idea come from? What inspired you to start the project?
It came from a story, really. From one time I was in Bacau with one of my co-workers, and I sat down and talked to this student and I asked him, hey, how did you get to school today? I was expecting, well, I walked a couple blocks away. I walked 12 kilometers to get here today. I was like, are you serious? And it just, from that point on, the story just kept coming back to me, just like, man, I gotta go find that story, I gotta follow it. So we walked with them and we photographed them as a photo documentary. And we put those online, and now we're raising money to a crowdfunding effort to buy them rain boots. Last week, we were up there, we were passing out boots. We let Ethan tell you about that trip.
Sure.
Being able to work for the Feed Project is something that I've always wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah.
Because it's serving the community, especially the kids who are in need.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to raise money and awareness. Why did you guys choose photography?
Well, for me, it's simple because photography is my passion, and my life goal is to serve other people. And this project is merging those two together.
First is I love my eyes and I love what I see. I want to be able to convert what I see into pictures. From the Feed Project, just two of us, but be able to distribute all 1,000 pairs of boots. We got help from a lot of people, like the teachers up there, and then with the driver, with the Red Cross. It's a blast for us.
Are there any particular shots, individual shots that you're very proud of from the project?
Personally, my personal favorite shot would be that shot of the feet walking on the gravel road.
Right.
We were on the sandals full of mud, and the mud was all on his feet. It doesn't get any closer to reality than that.
Absolutely, yeah.
I really like the eye shots. So it's like for 1,000 kids, I took the eye shots for 1,000 of them because your eyes can say a lot of things about yourself.
My job is an editor and a professional photographer. In the photography, actually, I do many kinds of photography. I can landscape photography, product photography, event photography, and on the show business. Every time I take photo at any event, I also have the story in mind as a habit of an editor. So they prefer to call me when they want. Yeah.
What do you enjoy the most when working as a photographer?
I can meet a lot of celebrities. I meet Katy Perry, Demi Lovato, and where landscape photos, so I can see a lot of cool places in my free time. In the photography job, you have a lot of challenge. First on, you have to take everything to the detail. Even the smaller one can ruin the work. And secondly, you have to be patient.
So what's your most interesting story behind the scene?
Katy Perry just came to Vietnam only about 2 hours. We have to take a lot of photos of her on short notice. Okay, I will do it, whatever it takes. Because, I'm also a fan of Katy Perry. It's really happy to see Katy Perry up close and personal.
If you want to be a photographer, you must to finish your marathon. You must have a good health, strong and enough passion. I was lucky because almost the star in Vietnam, I was the first photographer I shot for them when they was just 14, 15 years old. Now they become the star and everything is easy for me to shoot them when I working. It's easy for people and everybody happy if you are on time.
I came to Vietnam just to basically start something new and adventurous. I actually came here with the idea of being a photographer and doing my fine art stuff. It's been a great and exciting journey so far, and I'm very happy to say that I've now also successfully launched my second F&B venture, and who knows?
So the feed project will continue on for the next 5 years, and if we hit our target, which means every student in Baca would have a pair of beads, and then we'll move on to the next province, or maybe if we get bigger, we go to another nation, because kids need shoes everywhere.
Fantastic.
So that's the plan.
Photography. I think that's a very interesting word. It's a universal language.
Sure.
It's not texted, it's not spoken, it's not email, but it's felt.
Okay, Mim, Ethan, thank you guys for giving us a little bit of an insight into the Feet Project and showing us that photography isn't all about glamour and showbiz, and it can actually benefit communities and bring people together. Thank you.
Thank you, Spicy, for having us here. I hope you enjoy our story, and
I'm tearing up.
So as you can see, every day is a barbecue in Vietnam. You can't go 10 steps down the street without having the smells and the sights of something grilling on the barbecue. If we can see it over here, this is actually from a grilled pork with vermicelli noodles restaurant. I've never been to this place before, but I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get started inside. The smell of the grilled meat has brought me in. Now, this place is actually a place called Bún Thịt Nướng, or grilled meat with vermicelli noodles. We'll probably get a bowl, and I'm going to show you how to prepare it and try to explain to you how it's going to taste. So let's have a go. Em ơi, cho bóc to nha. Hang on, come on now. So you can see here we've got a few different things in this dish. On the top here we've got beef, which is diced up with some onion, and then we've got some grilled pork, which is called nam in Vietnamese. We've also got spring roll, which they also chop up. So when we get this, we want to mix this all together and throw in some of our fish sauce as well on top. Chắc mày thấy cái này. Okay, so this is our grilled pork. So they take some good cuts of pork, and then what they'll do after that is they'll mince it up, and then it's reformed and put between 2 bamboo sticks, and then grilled up. Pretty tasty, and it's really, really fresh. Fantastic stuff. It's really quite special because if we look here, it's quite different to what we had when the bowl first came out, because you really need to mix everything up. You can see all the different lettuce and carrots, and got a little bit of cucumber here as well. When I first came to Vietnam, I didn't know that, and I was eating each individual piece separately, and it was a bit of an odd dish, and I didn't really understand. And then my friend luckily came and showed me and said, look, you got to really get in there and mix everything up before you get the dish exactly right. So I'm going to keep going. That you can have in the morning, afternoon, at night, any time of the day, you'll find something available. Just another example how in Vietnam, you can go out into the street, follow the smells and the sights, and you're gonna find some amazing dishes. This one, so many different types of ingredients and foods, absolutely wonderful.
Spicy.
Today we'll meet a brilliant international chef, a Vietnamese-Australian chef, whose book Secret of the Red Lantern, Songs of Sapa, and TV series have made him an international household name. Hello, Luc.
Hello.
Welcome to Spicy Vietnam.
It's a pleasure
I'm
being
Tam.
here. Pleasure.
So how did you start your cooking career?
Well, my cooking career started by not by choice, actually.
Really?
My parents opened a restaurant when I was very young.
Yeah.
I was working in the restaurant, but I grew to love it. I grew so passionate about Vietnamese cuisine, about fresh produce and choosing the right ingredients, and also learning the fundamentals of cooking, and being Vietnamese, the balance of flavor. And so as I got old in my teenage years, I always wanted to open my own restaurant. And so at 23, I did because I couldn't stop thinking about opening my own business one day.
So are there any challenges in pursuing your passion?
There's many challenges, especially coming from a Vietnamese family who did have a restaurant and they worked really hard all their lives. So they don't want their children to go through the same thing as they did. I had to kind of tell my parents I was doing something else. Yeah, so I got into university, I got into IT and I made my parents happy.
IT?
Yeah,
Wow.
and proud. However, I was so bored, I couldn't stay at university. And so my parents were thinking I was going to university, but really I was cooking.
Oh, no.
And so
Okay.
that was my path. I just had to follow my passion and my dreams, and hopefully my parents are proud of me today.
So every dish has its recipe. So what is your recipe for success?
Yeah, I think number one is happiness. I think if you're trying to pursue a career that's known as successful, right, but you're not happy doing it, then I think you should do it. Then it's passion. So if you have passion, I think that's the main thing. For me, food is culture. So every time I travel to a new country, if I want to learn about the culture, I look at the traditional foods and I learn so much about it. And I love coming to Vietnam and eating the street food. I would rather sit and absorb all that energy and excitement from the streets rather than go to a fine dining restaurant.
So which dish do you think is the most important that reflect the culture of Vietnam?
Pho's a big one.
Yes.
Right? I mean, your favorite, my favorite, everyone's favorite.
What do you think of bún chả, the one that Obama just had?
That's one of my favorite dishes, and hats off to Obama for, sitting in that little shop house and eating a traditional bún chả. I think it's amazing, I wish I was there with them.
Are there any rules in cooking?
I think there's no rules in cooking because
Really?
if I give you a recipe, you should cook that your own style. If you're passionate about cooking, then do it your way.
So besides your great passion for the culinary, what are your other hobbies?
I love sport, so I've been playing sport since I was very young. Swimming, running, I'm very active. I also love music and theatre and the arts. And I can't live without is travel.
Okay.
Because I think travel is the best education you could give anybody. So I'm very privileged and I feel lucky that I can travel often. And I learned so much about the world, about myself, about history.
So who supported you the most?
But the biggest support would be the chefs that I work with. The mentors that teach you the fundamentals of cooking in a commercial restaurant. And they're the ones that support you when you open your restaurant. The industry chefs, industry people come and this guy's got passion, his food's good. We're going to come and support that and spread the word of mouth. I didn't have a budget when I was younger for marketing or advertising. So it was through the support of the industry that got the word out. And now I do exactly the same. I look at young chefs that have drive, that has talent and passion, and I try to help them through these tough times.
So you're creating new recipes all the time?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Who's the first to taste them?
I don't dare cook for the first time for my parents because, they would be very firm and go, what are you doing? This isn't traditional. So it's always my close families that are one, are very supportive, but again, very honest. So if they say this isn't good, they'll tell you in the nicest way. Once I go through that step, of course, it's my family, it's my partner, and then I get a good feedback, and then I tweak the recipes again, create them, and of course, prepare for the next step, which is putting them into the restaurants.
What are you excited about in the near future?
I opened something I was very passionate about, and it's a cooking school in the city of Saigon. It's called Grain. I would love to open my own restaurant here where people can come and say, yes, this is the food they want to eat. It's clean and tastes delicious, and it keeps the culture and cuisine strong.
Thank you, Luke, so much for being here today. Spicy Vietnam feel very honored to have you here.
Thank you for having me, and thank you, Spicy Vietnam, for being so passionate about our culture, our arts, and of course our cuisine. So thank you, it's a pleasure being here and part of the show.
Coming up next time, we'll have the first singer in Vietnam who's been nominated for a Grammy Award, Ha Okio. We'll refresh ourselves with our hot topic about body beauty. For hot food, we're going to Alma House and try some vegetarian dishes at Hum Restaurant. Finally, we'll have an interview with the third runner-up at Miss International, Miss Thuy Văn.
Về nơi mà trái